Yo, what up, guys? This is the Fifth Element, and I'm doing what I finally said I would do forever ago. I'm gonna make y'all a video about um, mixing vocals, and luckily, we got the homie Bad Taylor who so graciously um, donated his vocals for a project we're working on or a song we're working on. Um, for a competition, the game of hip hop. This beat was a co-production between myself, excuse me, Zephyr 808. I'm not sure how to say his name, Zephyr, and then we also got Ray question mark. I forget his rap name. I feel like a douche. Either way, um, yeah. So Tay sent me his vocals. And I figured, well, with his permission, of course, how would this not be a great learning opportunity? So here we go. We're going to dive right in. So what I did for the sake of the stream is I went and exported my the beat me and Zephyr made. I'm going to call him X because his name starts with an X. This is the beat that we worked on for the project. We'll hear more as we go along. But yeah, this is the it's just tracked out. So I exported it, each individual track. Every DAW does it differently, but FL, you can literally, when you go to export as a WAV file, for example, let's just do that. You can click right here, split mixer tracks. And as long as you have every song in one of these, it'll split it for you. So what we're going to do is I'm going to pretend you are doing what I do. You received all the stems from whatever song you're working on, and you need to, get started mixing it. So first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and just throw all of these back into the mixer, only because if we need to make any volume tweaks, any like automation to beat around the vocals, we'll have that option available to us. And then I'm actually gonna end up taking this back in to the original project, but I wanted to, oops, dude, oh well. I wanted to get this as close as, to the real thing as possible, to the final product. So here this is. Now we're going to add in the reference track. That is the most important part, unless no, it doesn't matter. You need a reference track, okay? So a reference track can be something as simple as somebody rapping over the beat initially, like this one is, or it can be basically like what they want done already, like their idea of how this is going to go. And a thing about vocal tracks or reference tracks is you want to make sure that it lines up with where your beat is. This is where the sample starts from what I made. This is where the reference track starts, right? Terrible news. There's that gap. Now I could go in here and try to do this, or I can just go in here, grab the slip tool, and drag that bad boy over. Looks like it's mostly fit now. One trick I like to do is I'll just drag it right on top. Does it look like it fits? It's slightly off, right? You can see that it's slightly off. So we'll zoom in a little bit more, can we? Nope, that's about all we got. So we're gonna see if we can slip it a tiny bit more. Nope, that looks like about as far as we're gonna get. So we're gonna leave it there. We're gonna move it back up because I did a terrible job of moving that. And we're just gonna play it and make sure it sounds stacked, basically. So it's gonna be a little loud. Cool. So they're both fitting. So now we know that that's lined up, right? So we're gonna mute all the other tracks except for this one. So we're gonna right click that so we only hear the reference track. And then we're gonna go in and we're gonna get the video. So we got Tay stems, and we're gonna do his verse first. So I'm gonna do this here. See if I can move this up, or can I insert one underneath? Let's see. Oh, insert one. Cool. Let's insert another one, and another one, and another one. Cool. We'll insert a few tracks because we need one for his verse. Boop. We need one for his doubles. Boop. One for his ad libs. Boop. And then we'll have we'll do the hooks after the fact. because I want to work on that one a little more intensely. So here we have this, right? We're going to have to line this up with what he's got in here. Because if you notice, his reference track... Oh, did I mute the reference one? I believe I did. Yes, I did. So we're gonna, oh, because I switched them around. Whoops. That's all right. We'll move this up. And we got a nice view in here. And if you see these doesn't look like they're in here. But I don't know if they're meant to be or not. So we're just gonna give it a quick listen. We're gonna make sure this lines up. So we zoom in here. And we zoom in with this. And it looks like it's mostly there. Slightly off. We'll fix that. So we can listen. We'll start from here.
My reality is touch and go.
Let's mute that real quick. Definitely mute that one. Let's see.
My reality is touch and go. Ain't had a sip of liquor, ain't had a puff of dro. But now my vision's doubled up. I'm feeling thunderstruck.
All right, so you hear how it sounds there, right? So when we throw on this, the reference track, you hear his idea of how he wanted it to sound.
My reality is touch and go. Ain't had a sip of liquor, ain't had a puff of dro.
This puff of dro part's perfect to line up because you see these? That, and that all are very similar, so we can make sure that it all lines up. So we'll unmute this and we'll play it. Let's see.
Ain't had a puff of dro. For dro.
Looks like it fits. And this one looks like it fits too. Let's double check though.
Puff of dro.
So this is slightly off, but let's make sure the rest is not slightly off. This one, not really a good one to line up with. Let's see what happened. Oh, there it goes. Let's do that. There we go. Those are also slightly off. We'll keep going. Double check these. These are mostly spot on, so on and so forth. So I'm going to show you part of the process that I do to make these tracks sound as tight as possible. So we're going to assume it's lined up nice and tight, because that part sounded right. If we want to double check, we can go down here and play it.
Here, feel like I've been stuck for 1,000 years. Yeah, my mind is spiraling and
cool. So it works. So we're going to mute this.
Here, feel like I've been stuck for...
We're going to throw this in its own mixer track, because this is actually getting mixed. Same Z here's. Same Z here's. This, I think it needs to move, but I'm not sure where. So we'll get to that in a second. We'll mute that for now. We're going to zoom in. Actually, we're going to right click to unmute everything, right? Too much zoom. Here we go. And we're going to get rid of the reference track because it's all lined up now. So when we play it, it should sound like this. Let's mute that one.
Here. My reality is touch and go. Ain't had a sip of liquor, ain't had a puff of dro. But now my vision's doubled up, I'm feeling thunderstruck. Hey yo, what the fuck I'm doing? Swimming circles in the fountain of youth. The signs seem to combine to that I'm stuck inside a time loop. Maybe I'm living in an hourglass. Follow that, swallow back bottles of the sour mash.
So, number one, we're gonna go in here and we're gonna cut off from the beginning, right? There's nothing before that, so we're gonna cut that off. Why make the mixer work harder than it has to, right? We're gonna cut that off. We're gonna cut this. We're gonna cut that before it starts, right? Because I want this little breath in there for now. We're gonna go in here. We're gonna chop there. I'm gonna chop a little early and chop a little late. A little late at the end, a little early in the beginning. Late, beginning, beginning, early, chop, chop. And I'm holding shift whenever I click, so that way it just does a straight bar, straight up and down. And even the small pieces help, you know. The reason why you want to do it early and you want to do it a little late is because these little breaths and stuff, they may or may not add to the track, the you know, organicness of it all, really. At least that's the way I feel about it. So we're gonna chop, chop, because we want it to sound as natural as possible. We don't want it to just cut in all of a sudden with his, voice all unnatural like and shit. We want to make it feel like it's one cohesive piece. All right, cut and cut and cut and cut, cut, and I think that might be almost it. See, he has something going on here. I'm gonna leave that there. Cut, and that's it. All right, cool. So delete that. I'm just gonna go ahead and delete all the pieces we cut in the middle. Cut, 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 cut. All right. Next, we could do the same here, but I'm going to leave this one for now. Now, what I want to try is an experiment, because I've never seen how the slip tool. Oh, cool. It doesn't affect the other ones. Perfect. So we're going to go in here. We're going to set this to none. We don't want it snapping at all, right? We're going to zoom in there, and we're going to get this to line up as much as possible. So this starts on this line. You see that? Let's move it over a tiny bit. Let's see here.
My reality is
cool. And that's the first part of this. We can get the lined up aspects of it to sound as good as possible. See this? It's a little long and this is a little shorter. So we're going to cut there. We're going to cut right here. And we're going to cut right here. And now we're going to slip this bad boy a tiny bit back. Slip this a tiny bit back. Let's see.
touch and go.
All right. Very subtle. Hard to tell the difference if you're just listening to this little piece over and over, but the final product is going to sound so much tighter. So we're going to cut this here. We're going to cut this here. Get over here. All right, we're good there. So now we're going to come back over here, zoom in again, and we're going to slip this bad boy tiny bit. This bad boy gets slipped a tiny bit too. This one can probably actually come over here. Close that, and we'll do that. And then this can be widened up, and then we'll just adjust. Okay. Cool. Now this one can get moved over. And so we cut it. We don't have to worry about it. We're not moving everything else. We're just moving this piece. So now let's hear that chunk. Make sure it sounds good. Oh.
Puff a dro.
There we go. Now these things are subtle. They take a while, but man, when done well, it'll make your whole track sound amazing, right? So I'll continue that on after, because it's really tedious process, and I don't want to make this video way too long. So once you do that for all these pieces, everything's lined up where it should be as tight as possible. Now we can throw in the equalizers. Now we can throw in all the effects we want. Now we can really start working. Now there's 1,000,001 ways you can mix. This is my way. If you don't like it, well, you know, don't let me mix your tracks. That's, you know what I mean? So here we go. We're going to throw this in so they have it on 16 already. Cool. We're going to throw an equalizer on it. And we're just going to look at what it's doing, okay?
My reality is touch and go.
I'm going to mute that one for now as well. I want it to just be pure Vox.
My reality is touch and go. Ain't had a sip of liquor, ain't had a puff of dro.
So, first of all, we don't need this down here, right? If we do this and we listen, right? Can't tell. Right here is where you can barely start to hear it. So we're going to cut all this off. So this is at what, 70? So we're going to move this bad boy up to 70. And let's listen now.
My reality is touch and go.
No difference, right? Like no real difference. You can't tell the difference, and that's good. But what matters is the bass in this track still has room to breathe, okay? We're going to turn down a lot of these. We're going to copy this value real quick and just paste. P is paste. So right click P, 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 right click P. The reason why is I want you to be able to hear what we're doing And I don't want anything to be too overpowering because I'm going to have to drop volumes and raise them again anyways.
My reality is touch and go.
All right, so.
My reality is touch and go. Ain't had a sip of liquor, ain't had a puff of dro. But now my vision's doubled up, I'm feeling thunderstruck. Hey yo, what the fuck I'm doing? Swimming circles in the fountain of youth.
So, there's highs, there's mids, and then there's low. Now, this is really the low, but this is like the mid-low, right? So we're just going to do high, medium, and low, which is general areas, okay? Just for the sake of the tutorial. So if you're listening, you'll realize certain parts of it are really strong and other parts aren't as strong. The mid is very strong. The mid holds, depending on the rapper for the most part, but for the, in my experience, the grand majority is you can drop the mid a little bit and it's not going to affect the quality. If anything, it'll make it sound cleaner. So we're going to try it out and see how it sounds. If it doesn't sound good, we'll put it back. So here we go.
My reality is touch and
go. Cut it all the way off.
Ain't had a sip of liquor, ain't had a puff of dro.
Too much, right? Obviously.
But now my vision's doubled up, I'm feeling thunderstruck. Hey yo, what the fuck I'm doing? Swimming circles in the fountain of youth. The signs seem to combine to that I'm stuck inside a time loop. Maybe I'm living in an hourglass. Follow that, swallow back bottles of the sour mash. Why'd I wake up on the same day? Why am I wide-eyed awake but still I can't change? I don't believe my own eyes or my ears, so get me out of here. Feel like I've been stuck for 1,000 years. My mind is spiraling and sinking in. I drink to stop the thinking cause my time is getting thin. I called the president but he's not taking messages. I guess I'm living in the present tense.
So I'm going to bring the highs up a little bit. We're going to end up cutting off some of it because it's a little strong. I'm not sure if he compressed the vocals beforehand or if he was just really close to the mic when he recorded it, or, you know, put it through a preamp. I mean, there's a number of things that he could have done where it just sounds a little strong. And it's not a bad thing. It's just, you know, just the vocals you got and you got to work with them, you know, especially if you're on an amateur level like we are. You just kind of just work with what you have and make the best with what you can. You know, we don't all have access to multi-million-dollar studios to get the perfect sound. Ja feel? Yeah, no problem, Watness, if I said that right. Yeah.
My reality is touch and go. Ain't had a sip of liquor, ain't had a puff of dro. But now my vision's doubled up, I'm feeling thunderstruck.
I use FabFilter Pro Q only because I think it's a little more precise, but you can do this exact same thing with FL Parametric too. I've done this many a time. I can use this almost exclusively to do the same thing. So you can see, this is what we have, this loop, right? I can mute my effects on that and do the exact same thing here, right? So I'm gonna do that so it's steep. Bring this down, let's make that a high pass real quick. Boo, 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 right? And we said 70. So we can put that at 70 over here. Okay. And then we dropped here at 800. So we'll drop here at 800. Where's 800? That's 1,000. Well, 4 will be the 800 one. 800-ish, right? So we're going to drop it some. What else did we do? We have here at 4,000, we have it up a little bit. So 4,000 is going to be over here. We're going to go up a little bit. And then this one was dropped down a little bit too, I think. Nope, that's regular. And this is probably going to go down a little bit, right? So the lines look a little more the same. If anything, this one can come over here. We'll sharpen that up and we'll make that a low pass. Boop, right? And then we'll cut the very beginning off like we did. And then this can come up. Was it 4,000 we said? And you'll get about the same effect. So let's hear.
My reality is touch and go. Ain't had a sip of liquor.
The other one.
My reality
Means we got to cut more off. So let's see.
My reality is touch and go. Ain't had a sip of liquor, ain't had a puff of dro. But now my vision's doubled up, I'm feeling thunderstruck. Hey yo, what the fuck I'm doing? Swimming circles in the fountain of youth.
Not a huge difference.
My reality is touch and go.
So, you know, you can do the same thing. It's just a matter of learning your tools. All right. Excuse me. I like to use FabFilter only because yeah, the spectrum is beautiful when it plays. You get a lot more detail, I feel. Again, this is sufficient. Don't go out and spend a bunch of money or download a bunch of shit you don't need. Learn what you have and then start upgrading, you know? So anyways, so mixing, we're going to get back into it, and we're going to start really tweaking this mix on the EQ, I mean.
My reality is touch and go.
Close this up
ain't
a little
had
bit.
a sip of liquor, ain't had a puff of dro. But now my vision's doubled up, I'm feeling thunderstruck. Hey yo, what the fuck I'm doing? Swimming circles in the fountain of youth. The signs seem to combine to that I'm stuck inside a time loop. Maybe I'm living in an hourglass. Follow that, swallow back bottles of the sour mash. Why'd I wake up on the same day? Why am I wide-eyed awake but still I can't change? I don't believe my own eyes or my ears, so get me out of here. Feel like I've been stuck for 1,000 years. My reality is touch and go. Ain't had a sip of liquor, ain't had a puff of dro. But now my vision's doubled up, I'm feeling thunderstruck. Hey yo, what the fuck I'm doing? Swimming circles in the fountain of youth. The signs seem to combine to that I'm stuck inside a time loop. Maybe I'm living in an hourglass. Follow that, swallow back bottles of the sour mash. Why'd I wake up on the same day? Why am I wide-eyed awake but still I can't change? I don't believe my own eyes or my ears, so get me out of here. Feel like I've been stuck for 1,000 years. My mind is spiraling and sinking in. I drink to stop the thinking cause my time is getting thin. I called the president but he's not taking messages. I guess I'm living in the present tense.
Alright, so we're going to call that good for meow. We'll tweak it some more later.
My reality is touch and go.
That's mixed, or that's with the EQ.
My reality is touch and go.
Can you hear the difference?
My reality is touch and go.
It's not just quieter. I did make it a little quieter, but it's also cleaner.
My reality is touch and go. Ain't had a sip of liquor, ain't had a puff of dro. But now my vision's doubled up.
Right? Sounds a little better. So now what we're going to do, we're going to go in there, and what I like to do is I like to throw a compressor on there from time to time. I like to throw reverb. I like to throw a little bit of delay, a stereo enhancer, or a stereo separation, basically. But we're going to start with the basics, the very, very basic, and we're going to throw in a fruity reverb, right? First thing, we're going to leave it at default. Leave it at the default setting, and because this is what I do. So again, I'm just doing it my way. This is not the only way, not even the best way, honestly. This is the way I do it. So anyways, this right here is how wet the signal is. Fun fact, this right here is also how wet the signal is. But I'm going to leave this right here for now because I personally, I've grown fond of the default sound. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn this all the way down here, and we're going to slowly turn it up as it comes on, okay? And you'll hear it. Wait, so let's all the way on. This is what it sounds like.
My reality is touch and go. Ain't had a sip of liquor.
Way too much, right? None at all. Well, we'll do it 50%. See how 50% sounds.
My reality is touch and go.
You hear that? Still too much. We're going to turn it all the way down, and we're going to turn it up until we hear it, and then we're going to turn it back down a tiny bit. Watch.
My reality is touch and go. Ain't had a sip of liquor, ain't had a puff of dro. But now my vision's doubled up, I'm feeling thunderstruck. Hey yo, what the fuck I'm doing? Swimming
I like that, and we're going to turn it down a tiny bit more than what we had.
My reality is touch and go.
So you hear it, but it's a lot more subtle. So with and without.
My reality is touch and go.
Turn it off.
My reality is touch and go.
Gives it a little more room, right?
My reality is touch and go.
Super subtle effect. Super, super subtle. Other than that, I might throw in a compressor, but I don't think it needs it right now. Yeah, that's kind of all I would do with this portion right now. But if you remember, when we played the original, he had it so it was like screwed and chopped, like pitch shifted down, because the idea that we had for this song was the theme is fast forward, rewind. So fast forwarding, it's getting faster, so higher pitched. Rewind, it's slower. You know, the whole like screwed and chopped sound. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna create that right now. This my YouTube channel. I will get you a link here in 1 second. Let's see here. But yeah, so to do the screwed in chop sound, we're basically gonna take this file and we're gonna give it a whole bunch of its own. We're gonna give it a bunch of its own sections, because unfortunately there isn't really a quick way to change the pitch without changing the timing, other than the way I'm going to do it in FL, at least. There's other services that do better, and this one is not that one. The mic I have is an Audio Technica. I don't know what number. I think it's like you know what, I honestly have no idea. I can find out for you and let you know. It was like a $150 or something at Guitar Center. So yeah, and I have it running through a $150 little mixer. So grand total like $200-300 for this entire. No, actually my mixer was like $50, I think. It's like this 2-channel mixer by Bernheim or something like that. Anyways, so no problem. So now what we're going to do is we're going to start doing that screwed in chop part, because then we can do really all the extra effects we want. So this front part,
my reality is touch and go.
I'm going to do that chop right there. Keep going.
My reality is touch and go. Ain't had a sip of liquor, ain't had a puff of dro. But now my vision's doubled up, I'm feeling thunderstruck. Hey yo, what the fuck I'm doing swimming?
Do that. Keep going.
My reality is touch and go. Ain't had a sip of liquor, ain't had a puff of dro. But now my vision's doubled up, I'm feeling thunderstruck. Hey yo, what the fuck I'm doing swimming circles in the fountain of youth.
Right there.
The youth, the signs seem to combine to that I'm stuck inside a time loop. Maybe I'm living in an hourglass. Follow that, swallow back bottles of the sour mash. Why'd I wake up on the same day? Why am I wide-eyed awake but still I can't change? I don't believe my own eyes or my ears, so get me out of here. Feel like I've been stuck for 1,000 years. My mind is spiraling and sinking in. I drink to stop the thinking cause my time is getting thin. I called the
Oh, thanks a lot, Jaeger. Appreciate it, bro. What I'm doing right now is I'm just chopping up this motherfucker, because we're going to be separating this. We're going to see what sounds good, what doesn't. We're going to pitch it. We're going to make it sound dope as possible. Now, we're going to throw in the reference track one more time. Whoa, don't want to do that. I'm going to throw that in one more time so we can hear the original idea. Right click to solo.
My reality is touch and go.
So this is where it starts. We're going to throw in a marker here. Let me see. Time marker, add one. Alt-T, we'll do that next time. This one we'll call it super deep, right? And we'll move it over here. Super deep, right?
My reality is touch and go. Ain't had a sip of liquor, ain't had a puff of dro. But now my vision's doubled up, I'm feeling thunderstruck.
Hey yo, what the fuck?
Right here, hey yo, what the fuck?
The fuck am? Hey yo.
And that is what we're going to throw in Alt-T. And I guess we'll move it over that way. And we'll rename this one to regular.
Hey yo, what the fuck I'm doing swimming circles in the fountain of youth. The signs seem to combine to that I'm stuck inside a time loop. Whoa. Maybe I'm living in an hourglass. Follow that, swallow back bottles of the sour mash. What?
Right there, we're going to add a marker right there. I just right clicked. And, excuse me, this is where it goes high pitched. And we're going to keep going.
Why'd I wake up on the same day? Why am I wide-eyed awake but still I can't change? I don't believe my own eyes or my ears, so get me out of here. Feel like I've been stuck for 1,000 years.
Yeah, my mind is.
And right there we got another one, back to regular.
Yeah, my mind is spiraling and sinking in. I drink to stop the thinking cause my time is getting thin. I called the president but he's not taking messages. I guess I'm living in the present tense.
So that's the timing we have on the reference track. So super deep, regular, high pitch, regular, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to go in here, we're going to double right click and it just unmutes whatever and everything. And we're going to play it from here. But what we're going to do is we're going to do this. We're going to go to make unique, right? And we're going to pitch this down. And what we can actually do is we're going to get rid of that, bring that over here, get rid of that, and bring that over here. Cool. So now this is all one piece. Whoops. Hold on. All right, we're good. We figured it out. This is all one piece now, right? So this is number 2. That's number 1. This one, so we're going to go to this pitch knob right here, this one, and we're going to down to 400. And what it's doing is it's changing the pitch without changing the time. So now when we listen to it,
my reality is
touch and go.
Ain't had a sip of liquor, ain't had a puff of dro. But now my vision's doubled up. I'm feeling thunderstruck.
Hey yo, what the fuck I'm doing swimming
oh, nice, thanks. You know what? You learn something new every day. Oh, bro, you just stepped my game up. Good looking out. All right. Cool. Dude, that's going to change everything. You are awesome. All right. So now we have it pitched down.
My reality is touch and go. Ain't had a sip of liquor, ain't had...
That's not supposed to be playing yet.
My reality is touch and go. Ain't had a sip of liquor, ain't had a puff of dro. But now my vision's doubled up. I'm feeling thunderstruck.
Hey yo, what the fuck I'm doing swimming.
Right? So now what I want to try to do, first of all, is let's find the halfway point. So let's say this is about the halfway point right here, right? So we are going to do this. Chop there. We're going to make that unique as well. Stretching the piece too. Double click. And we're going to change that down to 200. So it's slowly rising up to regular. So we went 400, 200, 0, right? So let's check it out.
My reality is touch and go. Ain't had a sip of liquor, ain't had a puff of dro. But now my vision's doubled up. I'm feeling thunderstruck.
Hey yo, what the fuck I'm doing swimming circles in the fountain of youth. The signs seem to combine to that I'm stuck inside a time loop.
I'm going to go with that for meow. We might change it back. We'll see how it sounds as we go along. Here we got the high pitched part. So then if we're going to make this the halfway point again, right? So this is the halfway here. We're going to erase that and we're going to bring that back over. Boop. And erase that and bring that back over. Using my new found tip. What? Snug life. All right. So we got it already split. We're high pitch and then the second high pitch and then regular, right? So what we're going to do for this one though is we're going to leave the super high pitched here. So that one's going to be made unique. And that one's going to go up 400. Then, once that's done, we're going to make this one unique as well. And we're going to make that one up 200. Right? So now we're doing the opposite of what we had before. It went low, higher, higher, regular, regular, higher, higher. And then it's back to regular. So let's hear how it sounds. It might sound terrible, it might sound great.
Follow back bottles of the sour mash.
Why do you wake up on the same day? Why am I wide-eyed awake but still I can't change? I don't believe my own eyes or my ears, so get me out of here. Feel like I've been stuck for 1,000 years.
My mind is spiraling and sinking in.
Cool. I just thought of a really cool idea. Check this out. We're going to zoom in here. We're going to... let's see.
1,000 years. I've been stuck for 1,000 years. 1,000 years.
I'm going to do that right there, right? We're going to make this one unique as well. And you'll see why. Okay, so we've got that one unique. We're going to go into the mixer. See how 16 is where we have it? We're going to send this to its own. So now it's on 19. Alt left button. That'll bring it next to 16. So now it's 17 is the new one, right? But what we're going to do is we're going to right click, file, save. We're going to click and drag. Don't click it, just click and drag it and put it in 17. That copies the exact same effects, right? That's one way of doing it. Another way of doing it And we're just going to do this. File, browse, mix tracks. We're going to put it back on default. The only thing that changes the name. We'll just do Tay2. Right? The other thing you can do is this. You're not going to the mixer. You're going here because you're going to process through here first, then to the master track. Right? So it sounds the exact same.
For 1,000 years.
Right? Yeah. So any effects we do are going to hit beforehand now instead of after. So it's going to hit these effects, then the equalizer, then the reverb. All right? But that's okay because we're going to use our good friend, Gross Beat. What up, though, Gross Beat? You nasty mo sucker. Because this is what we're going to do. We're going to automate this. 2 bars. With Gross Beat. We're going to do that. Do we want this one? Yeah, we want this one. Create automation clip. What's up, Alex Savage? I am mixing vocals for tutorial purposes. The good homie Bad Taylor hooked it up with a verse that for a track that we're collaborating on. And I'm mixing his vocals right now. And we're messing with effects. So what we're going to do here is for the automation, we're going to click here because that's when it turns on. We want it to, you know what? We want it to start strong. So we're going to click down here, move this to the bottom, move this to the top, drag this out because we want to go a little, you know, we're going to, whoops, rewind a quick second, bring that over here, do that, bring that down here, drag that over here. So it's off, on for this bar, and I want it to turn off here. So, whoops. You come down, you come up, and you stay off, right? So now it's going to go off, on, off. And the effect we're going to do is going to be, more importantly, actually, just because I'm paranoid, I want to make sure it works perfectly. We're going to click and drag that out because we want it to start at a bar, next starts at a bar, ends for a full bar, just for shits and gigs because shit happens. And we can delete that middle one. And what we're going to do is we're going to go in here, Gross Beat, turntable list, deck off, but this is for a full bar. We don't want it to go the full bar. We want it to start the half bar. So we're going to boop right there. Jaw feel. And now, no, I'm not a professional, unfortunately. I mean, I've been paid to do stuff. So in a sense, yes, but I'm not signed or anything. I've been doing this for 12 years, question mark, maybe more. Not sure. So now let's hear how this sounds, okay? We're going to start here, and we're going to play it, and hopefully the effect works as intended. Because Gross Beat, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? So halfway point should come on. Wish us luck.
So get me out of here. Feel like I've been stuck for it.
Ah, it didn't work. Dang it. All right. Let's see where it went wrong. Let's look at Gross Beat and see how we can fix it.
I've been stuck for it.
Let's do this then. Let's go back in here. Let's put it back at turntable list, deck off, empty that, and let's try it again.
I've been stuck for it.
Why isn't it working? Well, here's another idea. Wait, why isn't it
I've
working?
been stuck for it.
Not even playing at that point.
I've been stuck for it.
My mind is.
That's fine, because we're going to do this. We're going to leave that all the way there. We're going to delete that automation there. We're going to take this back to default, file, browse states, default. Whoop, because we don't need it. And we're going to throw it on here. Gross Beat. And we're going to automate this Gross Beat. Create automation clip. And we're going to basically recreate what we just did. So I'm going to speed through it so we don't have to sit here and watch me do it again and again and again. All right. Got that. Got that. Got that. Got that. This goes down. This goes up. This goes here. I'm going to show you guys some really nifty tricks too. Some cool ass shit. And, all right. 1 bar. Turn off after said bar. And this turntable list and deck off. Let's see what happens.
Stuck.
Alright, you hear how it went from top to bottom too fast?
Stuck.
We don't want it to do that. So we're going to come up in here. And we're going to change it to half. Let's see.
I've been stuck for it.
My mind is
I've been stuck for it.
my mind is
I've
spiraling.
been stuck for So get me out of here. Feel like I've been stuck for it.
Yep.
So get
Let's see if this... Let's just turn it all the way on and see what happens. Fuck it. Right?
So get me out of here. I've been stuck for it.
Alright, so it's being difficult. So we're going to do something else. You guys ready for this? Gross beats being difficult. Lucky for us, there are many ways to do many things, because like anything else, there's 1,000 ways to skin a beat, because I don't like killing cats, dog. That's just not cool. We're going to go in here. We're going to find the 1,000 years.
I've been stuck for 1,000
1,000 years?
1,000 years.
Perfect. Cut there. And we're going to make this unique as a sample. Right? Save. So when we play it,
1,000 years.
it's now forever at this pitch.
1,000 years. 1,000 years. 1,000 years.
Right? It's 100% unique. Now this is what we're going to do. Yes, this is Hood Row. This is the game of hip hop right here. We're going to automate this pitch, but we're going to go up to 4 maybe. And we're going to automate this bad boy. Create automation clip. Game of hip hop. Yes, sir. All right. And let's see here if I can make magic happen again. It's been a while since I've done it this way. We're going to move this up to where gross was. Right there.
I've been stuck for 1,000 years.
All right. So where it's at right now is Whoops. Here we go. So right now it's at default, right? So we're good with this value. But what we're going to do is we're going to go here. You see how it makes it longer now? Because we're actually changing the pitch. This is literally with like a turntable. You slow it down, the pitch goes down. You speed it up, it goes up. We're going to do this all the way down. We're going to copy the value. And we're going to right click on where we want it to reach that point. So let's see how it sounds like that real quick.
I've been stuck for 1,000 years.
Right click, paste value.
I've been stuck for
1,000 years.
Right, because it came back up, we're going to do this.
I've been stuck for
1,000 years.
That was way too fast, right? Because we want it to drop after. So we're going to do this. We're going to right click, copy value. This one, we're going to scoot it over real quick. This one, paste. Now this is going to drop about halfway through. And then it can come back up if it wants. We'll leave it down. Let's see.
I've been stuck for
1,000 years.
We need to go even deeper. 4 is not deep enough, so we're going to do that. Do you hear how it's slowly automated? Right? Yeah, hopefully you heard that. We're going to go up to 8. And you see how it's changing? Because the value changes. So we're going to drop it all the way again. And let's see how it does it now.
I've been stuck for
1,000 years.
I don't think 8's far enough. Let's see.
I've been stuck for
1,000 years.
I've been stuck for
1,000 years.
Let's go stupid
I've been
big.
stuck for
1,000 years.
Oh, duh, that's why. I'm dumb. 1 second. Back to 8. Copy value. Paste value.
I've been stuck for
1,000 years. My mind is
I've been stuck for
1,000 years. My mind is
I've been stuck for
1,000 years.
Oh, that's one way, I guess. I wanted to make it go deep again, but it's being difficult at the moment, and I don't want to spend too much time. Plus, it also gives us a really nice effect, actually, where it's slowly but surely taking us back to where we're going. So let's start from back here so we can hear before the effect.
Leave my own eyes and my ears, so get me out of here. Feel like I've been stuck for
1,000 years. My mind is spiraling and sinking in. I drink to stop the thinking cause my time is getting thin. I called the president but he's not taking messages. I guess I'm living in the present tense.
Right? So that's cool. We got that. I kind of want to...
My reality is touch and go. Ain't had a sip of liquor, ain't had a puff of dro.
But now my vision's doubled up, I'm feeling thunderstruck. Hey yo, what the fuck I'm doing? Swimming circles in the fountain of youth. The signs seem to combine to that I'm stuck inside a time loop. Maybe I'm living in an hourglass. Follow that, swallow back bottles of the sour mash. Why do you wake up on the same day? Why am I wide-eyed awake but still I can't change?
I don't believe my own eyes or my ears, so get me out of here. Feel like I've been stuck for 1,000
years. My mind is spiraling and sinking in. I drink to stop the thinking cause my time is getting thin.
Cool. I kind of... Let's try this real quick.
1,000 years.
Let's do... Do that. It's bothering me. I want it to sound like I want it to sound because it'll sound super fucking cool if it works. If it doesn't work, well, fuck it. But it's supposed to sound super cool, man. I'm going to automate it here. Try one more again. Because we don't give up in this bitch. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I don't know what I'm saying. Bring that bad boy up. Blah, 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 blah. Right, Dale? And then, oh, Control Z. And then all the way pitch down. And let's actually mute this real quick. Let's see.
1,000 years.
1,000 years, 1,000 years, 1,000.
That's how I want it to sound eventually. So, you know what? I might actually have to do a lot sooner. That's fine. It's fine. We're going to do it like this. We're going to do it like that. Let's see what happens, huh? Could be terrible, could be great.
1,000 years, 1,000 years.
Oh, that was kind of cool.
I've been stuck for
1,000 years.
My mind is spiraling and sinking in.
That's kind of what I wanted. Let's try again.
here. Feel like I've been stuck for
1,000 years.
My mind is spiraling and sinking in. I drink to stop the thinking cause my time is getting thin.
Cool. So next effect, are you guys ready? Here's another little trick I like a lot. So something with that's this creepy, this whole beat that we made has like a ghostly feeling, right? Real, like, you know, minor notes. And the vocals kind of just kind of just comes in out of nowhere, right? Let's bring it in with some reverse reverb. Now, I'm sure there are other ways to do what I'm about to do, but what I'm about to do, we're about to do my way. So, we're going to make this one unique. Make unique. All right. So now when I play it, that right? Actually, probably didn't even have to do that, but that's fine. We are going to temporarily, right, do this. Be gone. Solo this. We're going to do this because we want it to go for, I don't know, let's see how long. We're going to start it right at where it starts here, and we want it to go for a full bar. So if we started a beat early, we're going to go, actually, let's do 2 bars. So here you got 1, 2, right? And what we're going to do is we're going to get this reverb and put it all the way up. We're even going to go bigger than that if we can. So we're going to throw a new reverb in here. Reverb, I'm blind. There it is. Boom. We're going to go Cathedral because Cathedral has the giant sounding one, right? We're just going to do that. And we're going to mute this one for now. Right? You see that? But now we're going to do this. That's why I wanted to reverse this. Ah, crap. Mistakes were made. Bring it back, DJ. Oh, did I do it again? Oh no, it's stretching. Okay, please. Ah, crap. All right. Got excited with the clicks, yo. What can I say? So what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna make this unique as a sample. And you'll understand why here shortly. Make unique as a sample. Yes. Sorry for making you freak out thing. Still the same channel. So now when I reverse it, yeah. So we're gonna do this. Right? And then we're gonna export that as a WAV file into here. No. Game of hip hop. Fast forward rewind. And we're gonna name this oh. And we're gonna leave the remainder, as in not gonna cut it. And we're not gonna split mixer tracks. And a WAV file. And start. Boop. Done. Sorry, bootleg program. You ain't going on the internet today, dog. So now that we got that, we can actually erase that, bring this back to beginning. Yeah? Go back in here, delete this reverb because we no longer need it. And turn this on and bring that back down to where we had it, which is, I think, around here.
My reality is touch and go. My reality is touch and go.
So you might be wondering, what was that all for, Fifth? Check it out, son. It's about to get real. Oh, where is it? Right? Throw that in there. See that beautifully long tail we got going on there? Excuse me. We're going to throw that in 16 because that's where all these are at, if I'm not mistaken. Yep. Right? Now we're going to reverse the reverse. Whoa, right? And we're going to throw that in there like that. And I think that should give us the effect I'm looking for. A little too long. So we can probably actually normalize it. Right? We'll do that in there. We'll actually cut that actual off. And we'll throw that in right here like this. So, let's see. So it's way too loud normalized. But that's easy to fix because of a fancy tool we call automation. Automate volume. Bring this bad boy all the way down. Bring this bad boy till about 75. Probably not all the way down. Let's do it here. We'll make that curve a little steeper. Can't hear it yet. Up.
My reality is touch and go. Ain't had a sip of liquor, ain't had a puff of dro.
Super subtle, but it creates this.
My reality is touch and go. Ain't had a sip of liquor, ain't had a puff of dro. But now my vision's doubled up. I'm feeling thunderstruck.
And let's see how it sounds if we do the same over here right quick. Let's see.
But now my
none.
But now my
Make unique a sample. Okay. Whoops. You know what? Nope, not gonna worry about it for now. I'm just gonna leave it.
But now my vision's doubled up. My reality is touch and go. Ain't had a sip of liquor, ain't had a puff of dro.
Dro. That's what I want, right? I'm gonna go in here. We're gonna chop it. Chop that. Because I think that's dro.
Dro.
Yep, that is dro. And we're going to make unique. Uyakasha. Do its work. This is on 16, so we'll put that one to 17, because 17 should still be empty. This is going to go... Yep, we'll do that. We'll throw some delay on there. Delay 2, right-click, stereo effect, time, set that to 4. And then we're going to turn this down. Let's see how it sounds.
Puff of dro. Puff of dro.
Why isn't it doing its job?
Puff of dro.
Did I not put it on 17? Let's double check. Yeah, that's why.
Puff a dro, but
Way too much, right? Let's turn.
puff a dro.
Why is that still automated? That's not linked to controller. None. Except.
Puff a dro. Puff a dro.
Oh, motherfucker. Where is this automation hiding? Oh, cool. Moonlit Melody. What up, dog? Good looking out, Holmes. All right. So we've got automation hiding somewhere. So we're going to overwrite it. Duh. Or even better, replace with none. And let's do it on this one because we're lazy. Stereo effect time. We'll do it to 4 again. Drop this down here.
Puff a dro.
We might even bring it a little closer. Let's do 3s.
Puff a dro.
No, that's way off. Let's do 2s.
Puff a dro.
Nope. Let's leave it on 4.
Puff a dro. But now my vision's doubled up. I'm feeling thunderstruck.
Hey yo, what?
Puff a dro. But now my vision's doubled up. I'm feeling thunderstruck.
Hey yo, what the fuck I'm doing? Swimming circles in the fountain of youth. The signs seem to combine to that I'm stuck inside a time loop. Maybe I'm living in it.
Time loop.
Inside a time loop.
Do you guys get why I would want to put that there? For the line? Huh?
Loop.
No? Yeah? It's alright next time. Make unique. Nice thing is there's no need for effects. We'll throw that on 17.
Loop. Maybe I'm living in an hourglass. Follow that, swallow back bottles of the sour mash.
Why'd I wake up on the same day? Why am I wide-eyed awake but still I can't change? I don't believe my own eyes or my ears, so get me out of here. Feel like I've been stuck for
1,000 years.
My mind is spiraling and sinking in.
Alright, listen.
Loop.
This is gonna sound cool.
1,000 years.
I think I want to cut the beat there. Drop the beat, right? Because I think that would sound cool as fuck. Let's see. It might sound bad. Might not. Might sound amazing. Might sound horrible. We're going to set it back to line so we can chop it perfectly.
So get me out of here. Feel like I've been stuck for
1,000 years.
We're going to stop it at the years, right? We're just going to do this all the way up. And then when does he start rapping again? Let's see.
So get me out of here. Feel like I've been stuck for
1,000 years.
My mind.
And we'll bring it back at the rim shot, right? Why is this rim shot way the fuck off? Oh man, I'm fucking retarded. Oh, I didn't set the tempo before we started. Fuck. That really sucks. That really, really sucks. Well, we'll just keep going from now. Where's the snare? Right there?
1,000 years. 1,000 years. 1,000.
Looks like it lined up somehow anyways.
1,000 years.
My mind is spiraling.
Whatever. We'll make it work. We're not going to let that ruin our evening. We're doing work here. We'll leave that there, I guess. Let's kill this. Kill this. Whoa, wrong way, dog.
1,000 years.
My mind is spiraling and
Oh, snaps. Huh? Let's see.
1,000 years.
my mind is spiraling and sinking.
I don't even know if I want to keep that in there.
1,000 years. 1,000 years.
My mind is spiraling.
And that years.
1,000 years.
My mind.
1,000 years.
My mind is spiraling and sinking in.
1,000 years.
My mind is.
1,000 years.
My mind is spiraling and sinking in.
This is where we have to automate the echo now. We're going to do this. We're going to do this. We're going to right click, automation clip, right? And we're gonna have it off until it goes to year. So
1,000 years.
starts years there, right? Click there, drop that down, bring that back up to there-ish. That back here.
1,000 years.
My mind is 5,000
years.
You like that, Skills? I like them skills. Let's check it out now. Autumn. Oh, wait. All right, mistake number 2. You gotta make sure. Well, this may or may not be a mistake. We'll see if it affects. We'll see what happened. See if I'm wrong. See if that echo still works here, the delay. And then we'll see if I need to basically start it on.
My reality is touch and go. Ain't had a sip of liquor, ain't had a puff of dro. But now my vision's doubled up, I'm feeling thunderstruck.
Hey yo, what the fuck I'm doing? Swimming circles in the fountain of youth. The signs seem to combine to that I'm stuck inside a time loop. Maybe I'm living in an hourglass. Follow that, swallow back bottles of the sour mash.
Why'd I wake up on the same day? Why am I wide-eyed awake but still I can't change? I don't believe my own eyes or my ears, so get me out of here. Feel like I've been stuck for
1,000 years.
My mind is spiraling and sinking in. I drink to stop the thinking cause my time is getting thin. I called the president but he's not taking messages. I guess I'm living in the present tense.
I kind of want to make the present tense echo.
Tense.
We'll see how it sounds. If it sounds bad, we'll take it off. Problem with this echo is it's not on beat, actually. It's off because I didn't set the tempo right. So, again, mistakes were made. Well, I will rectify.
Tense. I'm living in the present tense.
That's why I didn't make it unique. See, mistakes were made again. I'm like goofing up everywhere. There we go.
I'm living in the present tense.
Yeah, that doesn't sound good anyway, so let's just not do it.
I'm living in the present tense.
We're gonna call that good for meow, right? So we did this.
My reality is touch and go.
So we have the main vocals. Now we're gonna mess with the ad-libs. The doubles, I mean, not the ad-libs. So the way I do it is there's a vocal track, there's your doubles, which is you repeating parts of your shit already, and then there's ad-libs where you do your heys, ahs, all those sounds that aren't exact replicas of your other one. Now, if you notice, these are not the exact same audio track. You can't just cut this, paste it up here, and then have doubles. That's not how it works. Sonically, it's wrong as fuck. So record a second take, and like we did earlier, line that bitch up. Take your slip tool and drag it along piece by piece like I did. I didn't do it for the whole thing, but I will before this video's done or after the video. But we're gonna mix our ad-libs differently. This is part of creating that full sound. You can either take the ad-libs. Actually, I'm just gonna show you what I do and we're gonna go from there. All right, I'm gonna do this with this one just to show you it's the same as before. Also, I'm kind of doing this real quick because I'm sure this is gonna sound dope, I think. So we have the doubles on now.
My reality is
Touch and go.
Ain't had My reality is
Touch and go.
Ain't had a sip of liquor, ain't had a puff of dro.
You see how it's not very overpowering? That's how it's supposed to be. Subtle. We're gonna throw in the reverb. We're gonna leave it on. We're gonna take it down more. Not as low as the other one, but not as high. I mean, but not super high either.
My reality is
Touch and go.
Ain't had a sip of liquor, ain't had a puff
Puff a dro.
But now my vision's doubled up.
All right, good looking out, Raylo.
Hey yo, what the
420.
fuck I'm doing? Swimming circles in the fountain of youth.
All right, and I personally like to throw some delay. I like the delay before the reverb personally, and that delay's definitely coming down. And this is definitely going to be stereo effect. That's definitely going to be at least 4. even though it's off fucking beat right now. We'll worry about that later.
My reality is
touch and go.
Ain't had a My reality is
Touch and go.
Ain't had a sip of liquor, ain't had a puff of dro.
All right,
But
good
now
looking
my
out,
vision's
Zenny, on that follow,
doubled up.
Holmes.
I'm feeling thunderstruck. Hey yo, what the fuck?
All right, so we got that, and now we're going to do something that I think is super awesome, and it's gonna be Stereo Shaper. Right click, effects, stereoize, and it's gonna give your ad-libs a surrounding type vibe. Watch.
My reality is
Touch and go.
Ain't had a
So if I mute the main vocals, listen.
Touch and go. Puff a dro.
Right? If I turn off the stereo separator,
Touch and go.
let's see. Let's find a good part to show the difference. Right here. Do that. We'll zoom in on this bad boy. Whoops. All right, listen to the stereo separation. Oh yeah, the levels are way off. We still haven't even got there. So you see they're all way up and these are all way down. We're just doing the effects first and then volume comes next. So stereo shaper on, or let's do off first, you'll hear.
Swallow back bottles of the sour mash. Swallow back bottles of the sour mash.
All right, now on.
Swallow back bottles of the sour mash. Swallow back
Off.
bottles of the sour mash. Swallow back bottles of the sour mash. Swallow back.
Right? You hear how it's like wider, and then the delay makes it feel a lot, more because the audio is literally going left, right, because it's a ping pong effect for stereo defaults. So we're gonna do that. Leave the stereo shaper on all the way, and this is definitely gonna come down in volume. But first, we want to make sure everything else sounds good with it. So turn it back on. Let's see what the ratio we want. Ad lib to main vocal. So let's come back here. We got a lot going on here, so we'll start.
Doubled up, I'm feeling thunderstruck. Hey yo, what the fuck I'm doing? Swimming circles in the fountain of youth. The signs seem to combine to that I'm stuck inside a time loop. Maybe I'm living in an hourglass. Follow that, swallow back bottles of the sour mash.
Why do you wake up on the same day? Why am I wide-eyed awake but still I can't change? I don't believe my own eyes and my ears, so get me out of here. Feel like I've been stuck for 1,000
years.
That one's
Doubled
coming
up,
off.
I'm feeling thunderstruck.
Feel like I've been stuck for 1,000
years.
My mind is spiraling and sinking in. I drink to stop the thinking cause my time is getting thin. I called the president but he's not taking messages. I guess I'm living in the present tense.
Yeah, very subtle. You don't want it to be too overpowering. It's really noticeable here because with the high pitch, it's harder to hear it because high frequencies and blase. But this one, it's really clear.
Touch and go.
It's a really subtle but effective thing. I get samples and packs from everywhere. If you go on reddit.com/r/making-hip-hop, I'm one of the moderators on there, in case you didn't know. And we have competitions all the time where we give away packs. We use packs to make new beats. We flip samples all the time. I mean, I've sampled anything and everything, honestly. Everything from Aqua. I did, the guys that did Barbie Girl, I sampled their Candyman song. Made a trap beat from that. I sampled Girls Just Want to Have Fun by Cyndi Lauper, made that into a club banger. Sampled Rick Astley, Never Gonna Give You Up, made that into kind of a club banger, I guess. All kinds of stuff, dog. I've done EDM. It's all about just finding what you want to get your inspiration from. Yeah, link to my SoundCloud has most of those. About to bring that up for you right now. Let me give you the specific tracks. as far as this beat goes, because I'm easily distracted, as you can tell. So next that we're gonna work on is gonna be the all right, this is the girls just want to have fun, because the other ones I have to re-upload. That's the girls just want to have fun track, and then the Rick Astley one I'm gonna have to upload again. The EDM ones, they're on my page too. If you go to d3inthebuilding.com, or sorry, d3inthebuilding.bandcamp.com, you can check out my album that I have on iTunes. You can listen to it in its entirety for free, $99 there. I think download is set your own price. And in case any of you guys are rappers, I did just start a subscription service on Bandcamp, where you subscribe for $15 a month and you get unlimited access to leases. So you get automatic lease to all my beats as long as you're a subscriber. And so if you put out an album while you're a subscriber and you use all my beats, that's cool. And if you're only once the song comes out, and let's say you cancel your subscription, well, cool, you already had the lease. You know, you're not allowed to do it again, but why would you record over the same beat again if you already dropped it? Ja feel. Anyways, I got like 20 or so beats up, I think, including the ones that are on iTunes. Boom, bap, and trap. And anyways, d3inthebuilding.bandcamp.com. Continuing on with this mix. So next we have these ad-libs. I have no idea where these go, honestly. I actually think that my timing on these is off. I kind of don't feel like it needs them, but we'll check it out. Let's see. Whoop, better turn it on. Yeah, see, I don't think that's where that goes.
Wake up on the same day.
Then in an hourglass, follow that. Circles in the fountain of youth. The sign.
Yeah. I don't think we need these bad boys, honestly. Yeah. I'm gonna just take them off. So, whoops. Next, what I would do is, now that I have my vocals basically where I want them, now I'm gonna go in and basically redo this entire video at the right tempo, so the tempo's correct on the ad-libs, on the delay, and all that. But otherwise, this is basically going to be the mix. And what's pretty cool is, since I put in all this time, I can literally just right-click this, file save, mix track ass, and I'm gonna name this as Bad Tay Main Vox 1. So now when I start a whole new track, or I go back into the mixing, or like the original would have the beat mix in there, and I'll throw the vocals in there, I'll literally just drag that from in here, mixer presets. Where's it? Bad Tay. There it is. Bad Tay Main Vox. I literally can just drag it in there, and it's the exact same settings, exactly how I had it. So it's a convenient feature FL has. I'm sure the other DAWs probably have something similar. But yeah, so that's that right there. As far as the chorus goes, we can throw that in there. But what I was going to do with the chorus was, I was going to basically do the same thing I did with this, except with the main vocals. So I'm going to equalize it, but I'm going to do it somewhere in between the main vocal and the doubles, because the doubles are super thin. They have no bottom end. You know what I mean? If I play this, oh shoot, terrible idea. If I play this,
Doubled up.
I mean, there's zero bottom to that. There's barely any mid, if you want to say there's mid. You know what I mean? I mean, technically there's mid, but
Doubled up.
not a lot going on. I mean, the original sounds way more
Doubled up.
like that. The mixed one,
Doubled up.
right? You hear the difference. So for the chorus, I would probably go somewhere in between. Somewhere closer to the main vocals, but still not as full, because reason being is that I'm going to do separate mixing on the second one. I'm going to mix it on its own, so it's slightly different. So fuck it, I'm just going to do it. I'm going to do it real quick. Let's get the reference track back out so I can make sure my vocals line up. So projects, nope, it's in my downloads folder. Bad Tay stems, hook one, throw that in there. We're gonna insert one more, and then we got that one there, and then we got that one there, and then we're gonna unmute, and then we're gonna need one more because we want to throw the reference back in there. Zoom in. We're gonna do this. Shift that over so it's as close as possible, right? Cool. And then we're gonna go over here and we're gonna make sure these line up. So he has 3 hooks, which is perfect because really you're gonna want to stack the fuck out of your hooks to really give them that hook feel. And I think these actually go. Let's take a look at the OG. I think they go here. Let's see. That looks about right-ish. Could be wrong though. Could go here. Actually, that probably is where it goes. Let's find out. I'm gonna move this back down one and let's hear.
Taking messages. I guess I'm living in.
Nope, I was right the first time.
Taking messages. I guess I'm living in the present tense. I guess I'm living.
Ugh. Why is it so off though? Oh, that's probably why, because I'm retarded.
Take a message. I guess I'm living.
Oh, here's a good spot. Cool. None. Move that up here. You know what? Honestly, I have no idea, so I'm gonna have to line this up, and hopefully I don't fuck it up and make myself look incompetent, because that would be inconvenient as fuck. Like, make these bigger. And here, there's this channel right here. Well, not a channel, like a little square looking thing, this little box. Click and drag. You can also, let's say you only want this one to get bigger, you can just click and drag. Same thing, sideways, inside out, you know? All these bars drag, except this one, I guess. But that's what this is for. Jaw feel? Hopefully that's your question, and maybe that's the answer. Make that big again. Right, now I gotta line these up. This is gonna be the hard part. So let's do this and that, because the rest of these are all connected anyways, right? We're gonna make sure they're all highlighted, and we'll see how it goes.
I guess I'm living in the present tense. I guess I'm living in the present. I guess I'm living in the present tense. I guess I'm living in the present tense. Time is really.
Okay, there it is. See that spike? That's what I was looking for. Something recognizable, right? So we're gonna line this up here. I want to say it's about there. Yep. And now let's see how it sounds stacked.
I guess I'm living in the present tense. Time is really everything.
Oh, no worries, man. Hopefully that's what you were asking. I don't mind clarifying at all. I love clarifying. I love teaching.
I guess I'm living in the present tense. Time is really everything.
Cool. That looks about right. So now we can snap this back to the line. Zoom in here to make sure we don't accidentally go the wrong direction. And we're going to go straight down one. Whoop. There we go. Let's double check again.
I guess I'm living in.
Perfect. Mute that.
I guess I'm living in the present tense.
All right, there's one. Let's try 2 now.
I guess I'm living in the present tense.
Let's try 3.
I guess I'm living in the present tense. Time is really.
All right, check this out. You can hear how they're slightly off, which is good, But if you were really trying to get this, oh yeah, we can throw some pitch correction in here. Which Bate told me feel free to do so. Which is pretty easy. Oh yeah, I mean that's all it is. Plugins, so equalizers, reverb is a plugin, stereo separator. Some plugins are just for panning. Even I mean, all these are plugins you use. Every single one of these, I mean, in theory, you could use. So what we're gonna do is the pitch correction. I'm not gonna get into that because I'm not that great at it. And I don't want to mislead you. So I just gonna be honest. Other than the pitch correction, because usually my pitch correction involves just straight auto-tuning the shit out of stuff, like T-Pain auto-tune, and I don't think that's what we want for this vibe, for this track. But what I will do is I will show you how I would do this, make this sound as clean as possible. And the first thing, just like we did for the ad-libs, or I started to do for the ad-libs, is you're going to go in here, and you see how these all start at different times? You're going to figure out which is the best one, and you're going to start chopping and lining the shit up, like the shit out of it. Like these all three are going to line up, these are going to line up, so on and so forth. And every little piece is going to line up as much as possible. Doing this is going to make your song sound so much better. Now there's plugins you can use for that. And I think I downloaded a bootleg of one. Let me see if I still have it. Installed effects, DST. I'll just go to new. Oh, I do have it in there. Now the question is it going to work? I don't know if this is going to work. It might work, it might not. Fuck it. Let's experiment, huh? Doesn't hurt to try. So we're going to throw this in 20, easy, 21 and 22. Just clicking on track sends it to a new mixer channel for you automatically, names it and all that fun stuff. So it's pretty awesome. We're going to just keep these three open, nothing else.
I guess I'm living in the present tense.
Right? And now what we're going to do is we're going to throw this in and hopefully we don't fuck something up. Hook 3 is going to be our main one, okay? Just because that's the one I used to line up. And if we get the rest to line up with 3, we'll be fine. So we'll see if this works, huh? Might work, might not work. Oh, dude, if this works, I'm going to be so fucking happy. This is the one reason I use Pro Tools over everything recording, because it was only available for Pro Tools. So we're going to capture this audio using Vocaline Pro. I totally bootleg the fuck out of it because I'm a fuckboy like that. Oh no. Oh no. Please just be saving. So I made the cardinal mistake of producing, guys. Fucking save all the time. I really think I just froze the shit out of this. So if that happened, we're going to have to go over the hook some other time. Because I'm literally going to have to start from scratch. And that's not fun. So, lesson learned so far. Save the shit out of your beats, huh? Yeah, look, it's all fucking froze as fuck. Damn it. Alright, mistakes were made, guys. A really unfortunate way to end a tutorial. But what I will do is, I promise, I'm going to save this, recreate it, everything we've done so far, up until the hook. When it comes time to do the hook, I will do that separately. I will do the chorus and show you how I do it. And hopefully we have better results. No more using bootleg plugins, because you see what happens, right? You know, shit happens, guys. My hair's all fucked. Yeah, so we're gonna call that good there. I'm gonna dump my links in the actually just do it real quick in the chat box for you. d3inthebuilding.com .bandcamp.com. I'm gonna buy that .com. that right there is where you can check out the beats I have. You can listen to anything on there without subscribing, but if you want to lease it, everything at once for $15 a month, I think is what I set it at. You can subscribe and get all these beats instead of paying 20 to 50 each is what I normally charge. So yeah, you'll get all of them at once for 15 a month. It's a pretty baller deal, I think. And I don't like selling shit because I feel like, you know, an asshole, but homie's got to eat, ja feel. And all the proceeds will go to actually buying these bootleg ass programs and not being a scrub anymore. My SoundCloud is soundcloud.com/The Fifth Element Official. That's THA 5TH Element Official. And I'm about to throw that bad boy in there too. Let's see. Boom. Next up is my Twitter is at THA 5TH Element. Instagram at THA 5TH Element. Facebook.com/5TH, say THA 5TH Element. The only one that's not just my stage name is my Bandcamp, which is D3 in the building. But if you want to hear my rap shit that I used to do, you can go to thefithelement.com. And yeah, holler at your boy. I'm going to upload this video to YouTube for future watching. My channel name is Making Hip Hop Tutorials. And hopefully I can purchase makinghiphoptutorials.com. And I'll just make a website so you can just go to like videos dot, you know, all that shit. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Sorry my shit crashed for using bootlegs. It's just a, you know, the way shit goes sometimes. And when I do the hook, I will definitely stream it and or record it for YouTube. And any questions you have, feel free to hit me up on any of the resources I've provided. Excuse me. If you are not following already, please do so. Holler. And yeah. All right, gents. Peace out. It was fun.